What's good, YouTube? Real quick, like the video, comment based off what I talk about in the video, and subscribe. If you've been watching my content for a minute, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But anyway, this video right here is going to tell me who really be watching my content. Because for the most part, I come out here and make these videos and people already assume they know everything that I'm about to say, what I'm about to do, how I'm about to react, and all that other stuff. Me, I'm a same energy type of person. That's why all my videos tend to have very similar things. I come out, tell you how we run 5 out. I'll tell you how the team I'm going up against, how I'm looking, how I'm feeling, all that other good stuff. So today's not going to be any different. Today, we're playing against a team that there's not a lot of information on. You couldn't tell much from their record. Their record said they was 1-0. Now, the thing that is not communicated, because you don't hear my teammates talking none of my videos, is that these guys all have the +5 attribute cap breaker, like the first one, which means for the most part, all these guys have been grinding together and they reach Superstar 3. With that being said, it's a good chance that this team had a record before and just disbanded and started over once everybody got these cap breakers. Right? They probably got them, made new builds, whatever their record was, whether it was good, bad, indifferent, didn't matter. They just wanted to start over just because it was fun. You know, they got probably a new logo. They the Belt Boys. This is probably their way of, having something to shoot for. They already know what it's like to play in the next level or play in that nice arena. And they probably just wanted to restart the grind just to give them something to do. I mean, at this point, this is a different feeling in 2K than everybody's used to. What I mean by that is, typically in 2K, you start off what seems to be like this long, gargantuan grind, right? Just trying to build your player up and trying to get to 99. For most people, it takes them probably about, I'd say 2 weeks on the average, right? These are players that don't play all day, every day. They just hop on every once in a while. It takes them about 2 weeks to fully grind out their player. You got the Proam teams like mine and other people that probably will get that grind done in about a week, right? But this particular 2K, since once you grind that player up to 99, the next player is automatically a 99, it's a different feel to it. Because typically the print and repeat cycle of 2K, just making a build after making a build after making a build, kind of gives you that thing to shoot for. Like, you get a new build, you want to grind him to 99. So now that we're in this part of the year where everybody pretty much has at least one maxed out player, so all their players are automatically maxed out, they just got to spend that hundo. It's a different feel to it this year. But nonetheless, we don't have much information to go on. This team looks like they run some type of pick and roll. Looks like it's all people can shoot the ball, so you do have to watch out for the pop scenario. And we're just trying to figure out how we want to defend it. Like I said, it's not very typical of how you see most people run an offense. It was like they was overloading a lot. They had good backdoor cuts, good motion. But defensively is where their bread and butter was. Defensively, their point guard was a lot better than what I'm used to. Right? Normally, you can just throw backdoor cuts, take a one-on-one, post them up. Like, typically, the point guard is an easy target. This particular point guard, I don't know, he had a little bit of a backbone to him. He was not easily moved, shooken, or stirred. And his defense was phenomenal. And if you can't pick on that player with the style of offense that I run, it gets very difficult throughout the course of a game. So it's very important of how people cut, pick angles, try to score when they have the opportunity to. Well, all in all, this particular game is going to come down to one thing and one thing only: discipline. Y'all hear me say it before, it's a thing I'm going to keep saying. Like, when you really get tested, a lot of time, discipline goes out the fucking window. Like, let's just say my team is on like a 12-game win streak. Like, we done won 12 straight Proam games. At the point you get to that 13th game, sometimes you do tend to get a little bit complacent. But you go ahead and pull it out anyway just because your team has good chemistry. Then you get to that 14th game and it's like, okay, seeing the same thing, seeing the same type of teams, they run the same type of shit. We good. You pull that one out. You get to the 15th game, and then all of a sudden a team comes up and they're making every single shot they shoot. You can't get none of the 50-50 balls, ain't nothing going your way. And then you have to ask yourself individually, is the team going to stay disciplined enough to give us a chance to win? Right? That 12, 13, 14 game that y'all played, like, those games were a lot closer than what they should have been. And then when you go up against a team that really matches your energy, matches your skill set, that's when that discipline has to take over. And if it doesn't, you be in for a long game. That's just the truth. So to avoid that, you set up different things. You set up good habits. You set up film study. You talk about these things. You talk about scenarios. And you try to keep things lighthearted for the most part. You don't want to be in a party just ragging on your teammates every time something going bad, or just giving them way too much praise every time something go good. Right? Because there's two sides to every thing. Like, it's two sides to every coin. You know, things are always great when they're great, but then things can be bad, and they're bad. Discipline is the separator between all that. That being said, you kind of see, we going into halftime, we was having a real hard time trying to stop this shooting guard. This shooting guard he was nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't even peep at the beginning of the game, though. Buddy had a 99 3-ball. Like, normally I would show y'all everybody's matchup, everybody's position. I wasn't even looking at the screen when the game started. You know, I was locked in or whatever, but like, I wasn't really paying attention to whether the team was good, type of record they had. I ain't even really pay attention to the type of arena they was in. I didn't. I was just playing because Sunday football's on. That's all I want to do. Fortunately for me, my team, Kansas City Chiefs, they play on a Monday night, so I'm chilling. Like, you know, I'm just running games, trying to get them out the way. And we was running it up. We played against some really good competition. We run into this team, and I like our chances, you know? We've been winning a lot. Team chemistry is at an all-time high. We can do no wrong. So these games is nothing to us. Now, the thing that you don't account for sometimes is when you still play discipline and you do the little things and the shit's still not going your goddamn way. What do you do then? Like, what's the grand answer to that shit then? To be honest with y'all, I don't have a fucking clue. Like, if you get to a point where you didn't preach, do the little things, do the little things, do the little things, and your team is doing them, and shit still ain't going the way you're supposed to go, hey, at some point you just gotta tip your hat, give the other team credit, man. God damn. Like, you can't be a hater all the time. Sometimes team just be better, bro. Like, you gotta give credit when credit is due. like for real. Like, at the end of the day, there's not a single team in NBA 2K that my team cannot beat. There's not a matchup problem we can't handle. There's not a personnel thing that we can't defeat. Nothing like that. Right? If my team loses, it comes down to two things. One, the other team was better, and when I say better, it's just their execution of their game plan was far better than ours, right? A lot of times in these particular games, we don't show an ability to stop what they're doing offensively. Not that we're playing bad defense. I don't want people to get that confused. You can play good defense and the team's execution beat you. Meaning it's like you're doing the things you're supposed to do, you're rotating when they're supposed to, but if they got a guy that's actually good, like this team shooting guard, for example, if they got a guy that's that good, hey man, like, it is what it is. There are other good teams out there. There are teams just as good as you. You just give credit to it. Like, there's nothing to hate on. There's nothing to talk shit about. Sometimes you the laughing stock. You're the joke at this particular point, at this particular time in the game. And you have to stay disciplined throughout all that. As you can see right now, the shooting guard got 17 points. He ain't missing no shots. Team chemistry is doing good. We're actually down 12 points at halftime. We can't make a goddamn basket. We can't shoot for shit. It happens, man. We have been winning. Sometimes when we get to missing shots and stuff, I be thinking like, man, they didn't buy no more boosts. All they boosts ran out and they ain't even re-up because we've been killing and like, you know, just dumb shit run through your mind for no apparent reason at all. But it's all good, man. So, when we get to this discipline part, right? Doing all the little things, trying to make sure that you can come back and secure a dub. It starts on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of times, when it comes to offense, your offense is either going to work or it's not. Right? If they got a box for you, you have time throughout the entire game to figure out how you're going to score. Like for me, for the most part, it's simple. I'm going to pick on the smallest guy that they have because I believe he's the weakest defender. Let's just say they're a team like us and they don't necessarily have a weak defender. Cool. Well, I still don't have to deal with this pesky ass lockdown. I can play pick and roll, you know, have a big man set a screen and then try to attack the center. I can have a guard-to-guard switch where I try to attack the other guard. Maybe he don't have as much defense. It's still always an angle in which you can figure out offense. You know, you can drive and kick, you can post up, send backdoor cuts, throw lobs, get to the free throw line. There's always an angle you can take to be able to create some type of offense. Now, defense is a whole nother thing because it's the only thing that you can control. You can't control whether you make a shot or not. Most people, when they time their jump shot, feel like they're timing it the same way every single time, right? Not every single time just because you're timing it right, it's the shit gonna say excellent. It's not gonna be green all the time. And I'm telling you, it's not that hard, especially if this is something you do a lot, it's not that hard to believe that you're doing the same timing to make shots every single time you shoot. Like, if you're knocking them down, why would you shoot any other type of way? But defense? Man, I could... Like, so here's the thing for me, my teammates know this all the time. I play 1v1 against the most toxic point guards or lockdown, whatever. No, it doesn't matter, but I play against a lot of point guards on 1v1. Why? One, because that's my position, so it's a natural matchup. But two, I get the chance to guard all the glitchiest moves that people will use in NBA 2K. And if I can guard that, when it comes to playing 5v5 and I have help, it should be even easier to defend. Now, with that being said, why would a lot of my teammates go play 1v1? Especially on the team build that they have. Some of them can't dribble. You know, they can't get to the midi. They can't create their own shot. Catch and shoot shots and backdoor cuts are dependent upon the person that passed the ball. If they can pass the ball really well, you can get your points that way. But in 1v1, you actually got to figure out how to score. And if you, let's just say you have 40 ball handle with 40 speed with ball, why would you go play 1v1? Unless you can effectively post up and score every time, why would you go play 1v1? It's set up for you to lose. Right? But those principles of being able to defend something or guard something in a 1v1 setting is very important in 5v5. No matter what you guard, whether you're guarding point guard who can dribble really fast, or off guard who knows how to maneuver around a screen, whether you're guarding the corner and you got to know how to hedge, help, and stay home, or defending the post if the big man actually decides to post up. Like, you have to be very versatile to understand what the other team is trying to do and what you can do individually to take it away. In this particular game, we didn't figure out none of that. As you can kind of see, we're about to head into the fourth quarter here. This team whooped their ass. Like, ain't no suspense to it. You know, ain't no grand comeback. I ain't even saying we was undisciplined, but man, they whooped our ass. They whooped our ass bad too, yo. Like, I was sitting there playing, I was almost in disbelief of just how incredibly bad we was playing. Like, where was the defense? Like, I'm surprised. Like I said, I pride myself on that end of the floor. And I always feel like I'm playing a lot of it, but I felt like I was on defense the whole fucking fourth quarter. I swear to God, like, I don't remember offensive possessions too much in the fourth quarter. I felt like I was just sprinting, like I was doing suicides, just getting back on defense the whole time. And like I said, I don't feel like we played bad. I don't feel like nothing was preventing us from doing the shit that we normally do. They just was whooping our ass, and we had to take it. Like, we had to take it. Like, take it on the chin. Like, I swear to God, we was trying to get the ball up the court. It either got stolen or foul happened or motherfucker just bricked, and before you know it, the lead just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, they really nice like that? Damn. You know, like, I feel like I was going to point guard pretty well, but this shooting guard, hey, man, it just was bad, man. They couldn't miss. Their defense was damn near perfect. I'm trying to figure out how to create an opening to score. Like, look at the shit I'm doing. You know, once you start losing, it's crazy and funny at the same time how much I would see me or a teammate start trying to play hero ball. Like, y'all know what hero ball is, where, like, fuck it, I'm taking every single shot over 3 or 4 people before I pass this motherfucker because I'm gonna bring us back. I'm gonna be the hero. I'm gonna help us win. Like, nah, nigga, you making it worse than what it was before. You know, at this point, I ain't gonna lie, I'm just trying shit. We done already lost the game. There's no point to try to get it all back at one point. So now I'm working on dribble moves, hesitations, throw hops. Like, I'm like, fuck, we done already lost. We done already got our ass. Well, what more can I do, or what can I take apart from this? Now, here's the thing. You play these games, right? This is a one-game scenario. Just one game, right? The reason why I like playing series is because you get a chance to adjust to whatever the hell a team threw at you, right? This team came out with their strategy, their game plan, and we didn't know what to expect. Like I said, their record wasn't like crazy immaculate. They had only played one game, to my knowledge, because that's what it said. There was 1-0. And going off of that, like, it's like, yeah, y'all possibly could be a good team, but y'all not even at the point where y'all have an arena. So in my mind, I'm not saying I underestimated my opponent, but I didn't give them enough respect. because I didn't know what to expect. Simple as that. Like if you can tell that they had like a good record, let's just say they was 20-2. Yeah, that'd be different. I would have perked up a little bit, locked in a little bit more to try to play the game. But at the same time, I'm somebody who's mastered the game. With that being said, I'm going to play the same way, the same style every time I go out there and play, regardless of how good the competition is. But adjusting is for the entire team. Like, the team gets the chance to adjust. Like, we was playing man most of the game towards like the back end. I actually switched it to a 2-3 zone. I felt like once we kind of went to a 2-3 zone, we played them a lot better. Like I say, even in the blowout, you still can get something from it. So if I learned that the next time I see these guys, 2-3 gives them a little bit more trouble, well, guess what? Now I get to start off in 2-3. As opposed to waiting, trying to fill it out, trying to see how everything gonna go. So that's what you take from it. We'll run 2-3 zone next time we go against these guys. We understand that the shooting guard is very, very talented. It's probably not gonna miss a lot of shots. We understand that the big man did a great job of grabbing offensive rebounds with his 99 offensive rebound. Right? It was at 96. He put +3 to it, and he put the other +2 on something else. But essentially, it's a center with a 99 offensive rebounding. Did a great job grabbing rebounds, giving his team second chance points. And this team capitalized on everything. They made the extra pass. They was in the passing lanes. They got every steal. Knocked down shots from the corner. Knocked down shots from the wing. Got to the midi. Like, they did no wrong this game. No, you see the center just snatching rebounds. They did no wrong the entire game. They played a perfect game, and it all just came down to execution. Like, I'm looking at the fact that you look at halftime, they shooting like 70-something% from three-point line. Our defense got to be better. Well, what the fuck you want somebody to do? Defense has to be better. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed part 1. So if you really fuck with me, you got a chance to see us get our ass whooped, right? But this is part 1, and there's more to this, which I'll get into in the next video. But like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate all the love and support, and I catch everybody in the next video, man. It's been Lethal. I'm out.